What happened, Chechi?
Nothing, yaar. I was about to buy a book online, but I was concerned about the security.
Security?
Yeah, I mean, what if they steal my ATM pin?
Dude, please. There's hell lot of cryptography and certification of sites. They're not gonna steal anything from you.
What cryptography? I mean, I know what it is, but how?
Listen.
Okay, I have to go now. Talk to you later. What's wrong with you?
And now get up.
Arey, that's the same book I wanted to buy.
I know.
Yeah, but from where did you get it?
From the same stupid site. You know what prime numbers are, no?
Prime numbers? Yes, I know them.
Then you are ready to go. What are you doing here? Just wait. I'll show you the wonder of prime numbers.
Interesting.
Around 240 BC, there was a guy named Eratosthenes in Greek. He observed the different nature of some numbers. This nature of having only two factors, itself and one, it's like it cannot be broken further, led him to name them as prime numbers. Soon people started to discover more and more about such numbers. Now they have found their place even in modern cryptography. It's you who want to buy a book from Amazon and got stuck with doubts. Question 1. How can I be sure that I'm buying from Amazon and not from any hacker who has made same duplicate site? Question 2. When I enter my ATM pin on their site, don't they come to know about it and can steal from my account? The answer is RSA cryptography and role of prime numbers. So first, how would you be sure that it's Amazon and not any mischief? For that, there is an organization which provides certificate to such sites, and thus it makes easy to identify the original one. Then again, it comes to how. This is where we introduce RSA cryptography. RSA is nothing but the names of guys who invented it: Rivest, Shamir, and Edelman. This is how it works. It is based on the assumption that there exists one-way functions that are simple to compute in one direction but impossible to invert without possession of some secret information, the secret key. The idea is very simple. If two persons want to communicate, then each person has two one-way functions E and D, which are each other's inverse, so that when you apply both of them, you get the same input. The function E is made public, like it's on a notice board, available to everyone. On the other hand, D stays secret, known to only person, like in a safe. Now suppose Bob wants to send a message M to Alice. Bob encrypts the message M by using Alice's public encryption function E, and then he sends it to her over an insecure channel, such as the internet. Alice then decrypts Bob's message with her private function D, such that his message is recovered. Now mathematically, suppose X is the representation of message in integers, then this is how process goes. E is the encryption function known to all, and D is the decryption function known to Alice only, where E is a number such that E and phi n are co-prime and E lies between 1 and phi n, where phi n represents the number of co-prime less than n. It looks simple, but calculating 1 by E is the hardest part. Let's look at an example. Choose P equal to 3 and Q equal to 11. Compute n as P into Q. Find phi of n, as it can be easily done now because you know its prime factors. Let's choose E equal to 7. Compute a value for 1 by E. One solution is 3. Now the public key is 7,33 and the private key is 3,33, and therefore the encryption of M is C and decryption of C is M. Here you can see, for the calculation of 1 by E, we need to make use of phi of n, and that can be computed only if you know the prime factors of n, which is a hard task to find one. And that's how both parties communicate, making your online payment secure.
I hope you got the idea. It's really wonderful, na? How you can get it all secure just by using numbers. What are you doing, man? I'm talking here.
I have to buy online.
Okay.